This is the OLight OClip Pro S model. Hit the like button and we'll test it to find out if S stands for special or super DJ party time, y'all. Let me start with a quick unboxing, and then let's just see the contents of the box. This is the new OClip Pro S, and if it looks just like a regular OClip Pro, well, you could be forgiven because it could easily be mistaken for that Pro model, which I've also reviewed, and you can find a link to my original review on this channel. It comes in a variety of different colors. This is their, I believe their burnt orange color, and it has the very signature clip on the side, but physically it is pretty much exactly the same. It is just a hair over 2 inches long. It is about an inch wide and about an inch thick when you include the clip, and that's why it's called the OClip, because it is a very robust, strong gripping clip with even with a little bit of rubber on the inside there for extra grip. And it's all metal construction, all aluminum, so very rugged in overall design. But what's great about the clip is it allows you to clip this onto a pocket, lapel, a collar, or a hat brim to turn this in. You could turn this into an ersatz headlamp if you clip it onto your hat brim. But it is physically, the form factor allows this to easily clip onto a MOLLE strap on your webbing or gear, of course, or clip this onto a shoulder strap on your backpack or purse. But also the clip is magnetic, allowing you to just snap this onto a car hood, a car door, or a toolbox and turn this into a ersatz work lamp as well. And like the OClip Pro, the original one, it has 3 little emitters on the front, but the changes with the S and the regular Pro are more under the hood. This has 100 more lumens in terms of overall maximum brightness, but also if we look closely at the side dial here, and it is the modes are changed via flipping this dial, and you can see it also activates the LED battery indicator. If it's above 60% of internal charge, it's green. Below 60%, it is orange. Below 30%, it's red. And below 10%, it is blinking red. But if you look closely here, it has 3 different modes, which corresponds to the 3 emitters in the front. But in the regular Pro model, this would be red, but now it says RGB, and that's because you can change the color of this. But it has the other 2 modes. It has your white light and your UV light. So let's take a look at that. Oh, by the way, this is the charge indicator. To recharge it, on the other side, we have a USB-C port under this little hood, this little latch here, and when you charge it, it will go red on the outside. It does come with a USB-C cable, but you can see that it is blinking red. It'll turn green when it's fully charged. But let's take a look at how it functions. Let's start with the RGB mode, which is the newest feature on here. If you press it, you turn it on, and it does have 2 different intensities. If you keep it pressed, you can cycle between low and high. But if you double tap it, you change the color. You have green, and you have blue, and that is a very intense blue. Woo! Yeah. But let's get back to red here. Now, if you triple tap it, you'll go into a signal mode, and there's 2 different signal modes. So this is useful as a emergency beacon or as a warning light. Let's say if your car gets disabled. So having it cycle through the different colors is definitely helpful in that respect. So let's get it back to red, and let's switch over to our white light mode. And you can see that if you cycle through, you have your low, medium, and high. And it does have mode memory. So that was back to high. Now I'm switched over to low. And if you double tap it, you go into turbo mode. And it'll even have mode memory for that as well. But let's get it back to low mode. Now, if you have it on white beam, and if you triple tap it, it'll go into beacon mode, and there we go. It'll flash its highest intensity light, and the long pause in between. This is useful as an emergency signal because it conserves battery life, but also maximizes your visibility because it flashes in a very bright light. But let's turn that off for the folks who have a sensitivity to flashing lights, I know. But you shouldn't be watching these reviews with flashlights that have any kind of beacon or strobe mode. All right, let's go into the UV light. And you have your two intensities here as well, or at least a switchable intensity. I don't know if you can tell that it's going brighter or not. But UV is useful for checking for counterfeit currency or to see if your bed sheets on your hotel bedroom have been changed. So yeah, you have all your three different modes, and it has mode memory, and now it has different colors. So that's really cool. All right, so we'll get this charged up and we'll get started testing the performance next. I fully recharged the battery before starting the test and let the unit run for about 10 seconds to warm up the battery chemistry. As you can see, my testing rig is not a NASA-designed scientific instrument, but I have calibrated it to a reliable 100 lumen light source. This is in moonlight mode, low, medium, and you can see the hot spot here quite clearly. It's about 6 feet wide at this distance. And there's high, and that's turbo mode. Let me switch this over. This is in red light mode, green, blue. Let's get this into high mode. Red, green, and blue again. And let's switch this over to UV mode. You can see that it is different from blue mode because the white drawing on the wall is now fluorescing. This is in moonlight mode, low, medium, high, turbo. Switching over to red light mode, green, blue. The OClip Pro S is IPX6 rated, which means it can survive rain and splashes. But this is a bit more than a heavy downpour, and in similar testing of the OClip Pro, it did not keep the water out. But it did still continue to work despite having some moisture under the lens. Let's see if this is any better. And unfortunately I do see some water in the USB-C port and some moisture in the lens, but it does work. Let's just hope it continues to do so for the rest of the testing. I fully recharged the unit, and we're going to see how long it will run starting in its brightest turbo mode. And we're going to do things a little bit differently here because we're going to compare the Pro S on the left with an OClip Ultra on the right. Now I'm going to ask you two questions that I'd like you to answer right now in the comments section before this test finishes. 1, how long do you think the Pro S will run for? And 2, which of these two flashlights do you think will run the longest? The Pro S on the left or the Ultra on the right? And I've already started to see a little bit of dimming in both of these flashlights. Wow, okay, quite a bit more now. And we're fast approaching 100 minutes. Did you think it would last this long? And I've paused it here at 111 minutes and 23 seconds. And we can also see that the OClip Ultra is still on, but for how much longer? Well, if you've subscribed to the channel, you'll find out when I post my review of the OClip Ultra. Before we talk about the OClip Pro S, I just want to remind you to hit that like button. It just takes a second. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, well, hit that subscribe button because it's absolutely free to become a subscriber to this channel. And one of the perks is that I like to give away some of the products that I review on this channel. So if you're a subscriber, you're automatically qualified to enter those free contests. So thanks for taking a moment to press those buttons. And also, I'd like to thank OLight for sending out the OClip Pro S. Now, I've tested the OClip Pro, and I wondered, well, what's so special about the S? And I was surprised to find out just how much more this flashlight could be. Now, they added the additional colors. They've added the green and the blue to the red that is very useful for preserving your night sensitivity to light. And as I understand it from hunters, I haven't particularly hunted at night myself, but the green light is useful for finding blood trails. I don't know. Let me know if you've used it for that. But I gotta wonder what the blue light is for. I mean, certainly for a signal light flashing between the different colors, it's useful to have the blue and the red for emergency signaling on the road. But I'm not quite sure how useful the blue is by itself. I don't know, maybe you found a use for the blue light. The UV light is certainly useful, and I really like the signal beam mode on this in the white light, because that makes this super useful as an emergency light. So if you're going out camping, hiking, this is really the ultimate model that you should take with you if you're going on a serious long trail hike. At least that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you found a use for all the different colors and the different modes on this particular flashlight. And I think this is a really good value in terms of the kind of performance that you're getting for the price. So if you're interested in finding out more, you can check out my full written review at moondogindustries.com, where I write up all of my reviews on all the products that I've tested. And you could also find links in this video's description. So thanks for taking a moment to check out those links, and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. God bless. Moondog out. What did you think of the video? Leave me a comment. And you can always chat with me on X, Facebook, or Instagram. You can find useful links in the video description, and check out my other videos, channels, and my website, moondogindustries.com.